Hey, what's going on, Noel Nation? It's CJ Wilson here with DoakTalk. Earlier in the week, we had former FSU Seminole legend Bryant McFadden and second round pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers come and join the show. We talked about a multitude of things, including this past 2023 season for the FSU Seminoles. As you guys know, FSU in 12-0 the regular season ended up winning the ACC championship over the Louisville Cardinals in the top 15 matchup. Did end up getting snubbed out of the playoffs once the playoff selection committee announced their decision the following day. It's a multitude of reasons. How FSU played in certain games down the stretch, quarterback situation, missing Jordan Travis, whatever it may be. But we did speak with Brian McFadden in regards to his thoughts on the 13-0 season and also his thoughts on FSU being snubbed out of the playoffs and what that means specifically for FSU. But before we get started and tap into that video, make sure you guys like this video here, of course, and subscribe to the channel. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Again, we have a lot of content coming. So again, if you guys don't want to miss out on all the top tier FSU news, make sure you guys subscribe so you get all the notifications we have. And also, like I said, like this video just to push it out to further FSU fans. They like the same type of content that you guys like, right? The real, and that's DoakTalk. So again, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Let's shoot over to Brian McFadden and see what his thoughts are. Let's jump to some current FSU stuff. FSU finished off the regular season 12-0, 13-0 the ACC championship, ended up losing the bowl game to Georgia. What were your thoughts on this 2023 season for FSU? And also, what was your thoughts in regards to the playoff situation and being snubbed out of the playoffs?
I think it was a heck of a year. I think we exceeded the expectations. The guys were consistent. You did everything that you would. They did everything you were supposed to do. Unfortunately, it didn't end how we wanted it to end based on being deserving. Because when you win all your ball games, you're taught that you're going to compete in the playoffs. So that was very, very disappointing to see. Because I, for one, know how it felt to be playing college football and getting to that moment where you think that you've done enough and you didn't. Because these are moments you can never get back. These are memories you can never get back. But for us, moving forward, the standard is the standard now, as we say in Pittsburgh. So now this is what is expected of Florida State. Because I went to Florida State because of having that standard. For everyone that's watching us, CJ yourself, you guys became Florida State fans. Why? Because of that standard. Remember I talked about longevity. Longevity is the premise of what success is, right? And doing so in a sustainable level, but doing it for a long, long time as well. So for us, number one, two things about college football that you have to have in place to be successful. Number one is a head coach. And number two is the backing for the head coach. And we're handling both, in my opinion, CJ. I think when you talk about having a head coach that we believe in, that's a good guy, that's Norvell. And the job that Mr. Alfred has done, being the AD and supporting the head coach in football, that's what you need. When you factor in the landscape of college football and teams that are doing so at a high level, the Georgias of the world in Michigan, they had a great head coach. Georgia still do, but they have the backing. That means something in college football because college football is like a race. You got to have the resources to be able to stay within the pack. And that's what they're doing now. They're giving Coach Norvell things that he needs to be able to compete with the who's of who in college football. Because for such a long time back in the day, it was just Florida State. It was the brand. You know what I mean? You didn't have to go or do a lot to remain on top because it would stay the floor because all the great players were still coming here, right? But now it's different because the transition has changed to you have to have more than just your brand to rely on. And with us being able to adjust to the new changing times will keep us in a safe spot, in my opinion.
All right, guys, you heard what Brian McFadden had to say. And of course, this isn't really coming from a biased state. Of course, he does, he is a former FSU Seminole and played at FSU. But again, he's an analyst for CBS Sports. He has pretty much the same take that most media members that actually play football and have been a part of that type of process has. FSU was snubbed point blank, period. But we can't complain about it anymore. We just got to push forward and move forward for the 2024 season And I guess this would be the Mike Norvell's villain origin story, like most people say. But before we get out of here, we do have a new subscription tier. So again, make sure you guys subscribe. Well, not necessarily subscribe. Join our subscription and be a part of our team. We have the big dogs and we have the Chiefs. Big dogs at $4.99 and the Chief portion at $9.99. Excuse me. With the big dog portion, all of these videos right here, you get early, first release. So again, it's a process we go to in regards to recording these videos and getting them out early. We record these videos. Sometimes we can sit on these videos a week, 2 weeks at a time. But again, if you subscribe at the big dog level, as soon as we record and publish to YouTube, you guys get that video at the instance way before the general public gets it. And also any type of comments you guys have, you don't have to have any super chat or anything like that to have it highlighted. It'll get answered right away. And if, of course, if you're part of the Chief membership, you get everything that's included with the big dog portion, but you also get one free ticket to any tailgate that we throw of your liking. So again, whether it's the Florida tailgate, Miami, Clemson, whatever it may be for that season, you guys get to pick which tailgate you want to go to, and I will make sure you guys come to that tailgate for free, and also get a discounted price on all the other tailgates for the season. So again, make sure you guys subscribe and join that membership. We have the big dog status and we have the Chief status. Go Noles.